should actually add IT. Because we're probably gonna do some Imaginarium Theater today. Hope you guys are having a good Saturday. Happy post July 4th. Hope you're doing good. We're gonna go ahead and do some artifact runs as per usual, and then jump into Imaginarium. In this series, our Imaginarium this time is not gonna be Visionary, so we can sort of take it chill a little bit, you know. It's Say, bro. Hey, welcome in, Brushy. How you doing? So we're not gonna go like too hard on Imaginarium. We're just gonna get like 6 Stella and be good with what we can get. Cause we can't do Visionary this cycle, but that's the plan for the day. Just doing artifact runs and then Imaginary homework. How are you doing, Brushy? Hope you're having a good day. You might have just woken up, but so one of the circuit breakers in my apartment tripped. So I have to like figure out how to get. I'm currently looking for like quotes for like different for like yep, just woke up. Yeah, I'm currently looking for quotes for like an electrician to come down and just fix what's going on. And like, this is like the first time I've had to do this. Like, I don't actually know how expensive it should be. So I called one guy just like a couple minutes ago, and he told me like he'd do it for 350, 350, $350, and I'm like not entirely sure if that sounds like a bit on the pricier side, just without me knowing anything, but but I do want to get like a couple other quotes as well, just to make sure I am not getting scammed here. So, but yeah, because like right now like one of the circuits tripped, and I saw on the breaker that one of the switches were flipped. I did try flipping it back, but it didn't like turn back on, so I think something's going on. But now there's no power in my bedroom or bathroom, which is a bit of a pain. It'll be kind of weird to in the bathroom now because I don't have any power in there. But we'll see. Wait, why can't you flip it back? Like, I can flip it back, but it doesn't turn the power back on. So the power remains out. Like, I still don't have any power even if I flip it back. That's what I'm trying to say here. Yeah. Maybe turn the master off and on. Maybe, but then I will maybe I'll turn the whole panel off and on. Is that what you're saying? Try. It would also like crash the stream, so I probably don't want to do it now. But I guess I could turn the master off and on again. Maybe later, after stream. Because I didn't want to, I didn't want to like, I had all my computers on and stuff, but I didn't want to like, turn everything off suddenly. I mean, don't do it now, you'll crash stream. Yeah, obviously, I wouldn't have internet or anything. Yeah, I'm not, like, I honestly have no idea how to do any of this electricity stuff. But, Don't, yeah, maybe if I just open the panel and like turn the master on and off something. It generally could need a new fuse, but I'd be surprised. Maybe, I mean it might be pretty old at this point. It's like it's not like it's probably like at least 5 years old at this point. I don't, can't tell, but now that I'm looking at it, there isn't really a master switch. They're all like separate. They're all sort of like every switch is connected to like a different part of the apartment. My place also is garbage, but I can't use my PC and microwave at the same time. Watts and microwave about 1000 watts. No. Interesting. I don't see a master switch, unfortunately. I have a picture of my panel board, but every single circuit has a different label on it. That's not master. Like I have a set that controls heating, another set that controls kitchen, another set for like the lights and outlets in the main area here. Like all the stuff on my PC is on that one. And then the bedroom lights and outlets is the one that sort of broke today. Which is very strange because I'm not even like, my PC is not even on that one. Like it's not even eating up like a lot of power on that end. But it is sort of a smaller breaker, I guess. It is a 15 amp instead of a 20 amp. So I don't know what, something might have happened suddenly. Could be a sub panel then, maybe there's another box somewhere. No, it is the main panel. Like the apartment's small enough that there wouldn't be another panel. At least I don't think. I've done like an electrical inspection before. I think this is the only thing they looked at. So it's kind of weird. I thought bro was living in a mansion. Yeah, I wish. If I was living in a mansion, I definitely have people figuring all of this out for me and not having to deal with electrical on my own. Just have my servants fix all the stuff in the house. Have my servants clean the mansion, you know. Like honestly, like if you like live on your own in a mansion, it would be like way too big. It would be like a full-time job just cleaning the mansion. That's like a full-time job. Like, I mean, I get like people wanting to live in a big house, but you gotta pay for the servants. But when is Freerun 2? It sounds like January 2026, so pretty exciting. I mean, still not quite anywhere soon, still like another 6 months out, I guess. But it's still pretty exciting. Like it's been a minute. Like Freerun I think came out 23, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So I spent 3 years cooking the anime, which is, I'm looking forward to it. I definitely don't want to get my expectations too high though, because seeing as how Freerun season 1 was already like amazing, like it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard for Freerun. I'm just gonna say it. It's gonna be hard for Freerun season 2 to beat season 1. It's gonna be very hard. So I'm definitely gonna watch it because season 1 was great, right? And I like Freerun. But I definitely have to temper my expectations a bit, because if Freerun 2 like was just as good as Freerun 1, then it wouldn't be as amazing as Freerun 1, if that makes sense. Like if the quality of Freerun 2 is and the writing is exactly the same as how they did Freerun 1, then Freerun 2 will feel underwhelming a little bit. And that's just because like they can't rehash the same writing. Like you can't just rehash the same theme that you had from Freerun 1 and expect it to continue to be cool and touching and emotional in Freerun 2. Like they have to come up with something new. But and obviously I think the manga would have had some of that. So it's just about adapting the content in the manga for it to be, you know, just as important. We already know what the content is going to be. Well, the anime will adapt it, right? They're not gonna like show everything, so it's more like how they portray the story, if that makes sense. Like the story is written, but it's how they tell it, right? It's kind of like Genshin, right? The lore is already written, but the well, I don't either. Like I don't read the manga, so. But there's a difference between like the story being written and the telling of the story being set in stone. So it's like Genshin has all this lore already there, and you know there's Naya lore, what Abyss lore already written, and we can all agree that Genshin lore is very deep and pretty cool. But I think we can also agree that the storytelling part of Genshin hasn't always been like on point. Genshin definitely falls a little bit into the picture of like the Archon quest. There are like hits and misses, and then the world quests tend to be like better, but also a little bit too wordy. And then Archon quests sometimes have a bit too much dialogue, but the cutscenes are cool, kind of thing. So I'm not gonna say like they do the storytelling completely badly, but like there's definitely like room for improvement. Alright, like they're not currently, I think, being like making 100% use of like they're not doing their own lore justice in the sense, if that makes sense. I really wanted a behind the scenes interview of Genshin as a 1 hour documentary. Yeah, like a behind the scenes lore. Like enough of these lore content creators trying to guess at what's going on. Just give us like the real lore behind the scenes, and then we'll get confirmation of what everyone has already thought about and discussed about. But even beyond lore, just like how Genshin is made is also, I think, pretty interesting. I think early on they did make a lot of behind the scenes stuff, especially for like the Genshin music. They had a lot of music behind the scenes. I think the making of Yunjin, I think that was really cool. Like how they got like a Chinese opera singer to do Yunjin. How they designed Yunjin's aesthetic. I thought that was pretty cool. Ashdaha, I think they did both the music but also like the design of the boss, and they talked about how they wanted to do like all the different combinations of elements, but they had to restrict it down to just like I think 4 versions of Ashdaha so that it wouldn't get too big. Things like that. I mean, all the technical challenges, lore. Yeah, I think we got a little bit of that in the Not Cry teaser a little bit. Like they were talking about how they were challenged in terms of like their storytelling. And I think like every year in the like the anniversary teaser, or I guess the anniversary program, they do like a full, you know, 2 hour segment where the technical team does go a bit behind the scenes on how they came up with Natlan, Fontaine, Sumeru, I think even Inazuma, although that one was a bit more early days. Like they did do quite a bit of behind the scenes when Natlan first came out, so talking about the inspiration of that, and a bit of the technical hurdles. There was a lot of really nice behind the scenes content for like Furina's La Veguelete. I don't even know how to say that, but the Furina song, like how they managed to get Cecilia Cara to sing it. That was pretty cool. Like they were talking about how it was basically coincidence that she was in like China at that time and they managed to get her to sing it. So that was pretty interesting to see like how that sort of came together. I didn't get to see behind the scenes for the Mahavika song though. That would have been nice. I would have liked to see the Mahavika Blazing Heart behind the scenes. Especially, I would have wanted to see like a behind the scenes recording where like Mahavika's voice actress, the Japanese voice actress specifically, like was singing it in the booth. That would be really cool. Because Japanese Mahavika is the only Mahavika who actually sings that song. I mean, sorry, it's not the only Japanese Mahavika is the only original VA who actually sings the Blazing Heart song, I believe. I think maybe the Chinese one too. I'm not entirely sure. The Chinese one may have as well. But I know that the English and Korean one was just sung by someone like an actual singer. Which song? Blazing Heart. The one that is from like her character trailer, I think. Let me see. Probably, yeah, yeah. It's the Blazing Heart song. Let me see if I can play it. It's actually a really really good song, and it comes in like three. There are like different versions of it. There are like four versions of the same song, but um the let's see where did I put it? And the four versions are like in the four different, well, the five versions. One is the instrumental version. Um, but there's like in each of the languages, the VAs, the JP VAs can actually sing. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, let me see if I can play it actually. I just guess I don't need for this one. Close this one. Let's see. Okay, it should be starting up in a second. Yeah, this is the one. Is it coming through? I'll make it louder a little bit. いつも我よすべてを払い流して Blazing hearts すべ燃やし尽くすから変わらないライトは全有形あるか彼方まで熱い全開で Like she's actually like really good. Like she's not like obviously like a singer, but she's pretty good. And this is like Mikako Komatsu. And it's so nice because like it actually sounds like Mavika in the Japanese. You know, it's not like it doesn't feel off essentially. Because it sounds the same as what she would have sounded like if she actually sang it. I think I can tell she sounds professional enough to me. Yeah, she's pretty, I mean she's a professional voice actress, right? And a lot of voice actresses and actors do like singing, like it is kind of a common thing as well. So like I wouldn't be like that surprised. I know she did actually start as an idol singer though, so that's why she has like some experience. I mean a professional singer, yeah, she actually did start off as a professional idol singer in her earlier on in her career before she moved into voice acting. So that does kind of make sense. If only this was actually in the game though. Yeah, so this was the Japanese version, and then the English version. I think the other nice one is the English version. The English version also has it pretty nice, I think. Those are my two favorite versions, but the English version is not sung by the original VA. It's sung by Chrissy Costanza, I think. Who I think like a lot of people recognize from something that she sung in League of Legends or something. But she was also like a bit of a YouTube star back in the day. Probably still a YouTube star. But you can tell it's so different because it doesn't even sound like Malvika. I'm also just biased against the English translation, but burning like that spark, hear the engines roaring, right to me. Through that star together, we'll find a way. Let your flame burn brighter. Can't you see it's now or never? But Chrissy does do a really good job singing this. The only problem is that she isn't Malvika. But other than that, she does a really good job here. Mostly because this is a rock song and she has a very like rock voice to do it. I don't know what else to call it, but she has that vocal the rock fry in her voice that makes her like really suited for this song. I heard this many times. I never knew it was from her trailer. Yeah, it's from her trailer. It might have been her trailer or like one of her like teaser trailers, but it's the one where like she's in a band and she's like playing the guitar, I think. Let you go, let your flame burn brighter. Just to say this natural memory, thanks for our moment down with our time. So follow me to the finish line. Let your soul awaken. That's to me is what you make it right with me. Rise up tonight. And the electric guitar is like way too good in this song. It would have been nicer if this song was actually like in the story quest though. Like it wasn't just like a teaser. Cause then like it does make the song feel a little bit, you know, less impactful, I wanna say. Like compared to the other songs that we got. Right? Like Furina's song is like so much more impactful because it's actually like in the story and there's a whole like story element to it. Mavika's one is just cool and that's kind of it, right? There's nothing more to the there's nothing more to like the lyrics of the song or like where it's placed in the story. So that's a bit of a disappointment. Like I think even the other characters that we got, like they were all like pretty. If Furina Singer wasn't the actual VA either. Yeah, that one I'm okay with. Mainly because it was a French song and the VA would have probably you know butchered it you know regardless of which VA tried it. SMH double standards SMH. No. That's actually understandable, right? But the fact is that for the Mavika song, they actually wrote the song in 4 languages. And so it was entirely possible for the VAs to sing it in their own language if they were good singers, right? In Furina's case, because they don't have a French VA, I'm actually okay with it. Like the fact that like none of the VAs actually sung in French because they can't even speak in French. Like, how can you expect someone to sing in French if you can't even speak French, right? Is that new for Genshin? I know that Stario writes the songs in multiple languages. I think the Mavika song might be the first time that it was written. I know Furina's song was written in like Chinese. Was like rewritten in Chinese as well and like covered by some of the Chinese VAs. And so props to them for doing that. But that's not like official. Those are more like official covers, I guess. They're more like official covers of the song rather than like it was actually in the game. Like if you played it in Chinese, you would hear the Chinese version. That never actually happened, right? In whatever language you play it, like they always played the um the French. I mean the only official real version of the song is the French version. Um, so it does make sense from my point of view that Cecilia Cara like sings this in all the languages. It would have definitely been much better though if Genshin did have actual French VAs. Come on, Hoyo, where's my French voice acting? Ah, 你这不 baby 懂。 Demonstrati ubo no padonora tuo scelmere Lodon son curon Pedon sinubi. You don't care about Honkai Star Rail spoilers, right? Yeah, I will never play Star Rail, unfortunately. Ainsi que toi, mon doux amour. What is this? Firenon trailer? What is a Firenon? Wait, is it Firenon like the MC or something? Oh, is that ZZZ? Am I mixing those two up? Or is that Paimon? Or is that Finon or something? I don't even know. It's not that long, but 2 minutes. You can see red cubes. Hoyo loves these red cubes in every game, but refuses to give excuses. Wait, what? Wait, do you mean like the red cubes from the Cataclysm? Is that what you're referring to? Like the Cataclysm cubes, or like the ones that like the like the ones that the sustainer like trapped us in, like those blocks? The Cataclysm sustainer cubes. No, Firenon is a character that Emporius. Oh, okay. And I see that word and I keep thinking like Paimon for some reason. Like, it's just like a Paimon but in a different state. Okay, let's see what this is about. I'm trying to adjust this nicely. Maybe I'll do it like that. Hopefully there's audio coming through. Nope, the audio is not coming through. Give me 1 second. I need to change this one. Okay. Oh, Abyss? Abyss? Oh no, Barbara? What happened to Barbara? Tailor shop. Oh no, you're sacrificing yourself. I don't know what's happening. That's not a wish. Why are you crushing someone's dreams? Why are they fighting Abyss creatures? They're fighting like the Abyss Lectors. Why? Or more Abyss creatures. There's a lot of heart chest stabbing in this like who is this? Deliverer? Oh, this is a character trailer. Fine. And first is a simulation world created by one of the Aeons. Oh, I guess everything's a simulation world at this point. I don't know, people really like are using this simulation world trope over and over again. Like guys, we know everything is a simulation, alright? This is a new concept. There's a lot of chest stabbing. I don't get it. Like there's a lot of chest stabbing in this trailer. But then they're not dead, so like what's the point? Oh no. Oh, I see the cubes. I see the cubes. Okay, okay. I don't know what's going on now. He's transforming. Okay. Ooh, one wing angel. Let's go. Let's go. One wing angel. Oh yes, yes. I see the cubes now. I see what you mean by the red cubes. Ooh, that was very intense. Although I have no idea what's happening. He was just absorbing a lot of red cubes in a big explosion. Oh, I like this shot. This is a really nice shot, actually. 33550336. Wait, what's that? What's 33550336? Is that's not a date, right? Is that like a code or something? Is this like a redemption code? It's extremely similar to Genshin. Like they don't really want us to leave, and the sky stop us from leaving. But Amphoris is just another world that in Stario you can visit, right? So you're technically you can leave. Is that right? Or is Amphoris like the whole universe? I don't know. There's a number of cycles this man has gone through and gone insane. Oh, 355036 is the number of cycles. 33 million? Let's go. What is this other? Is this also a Finon trailer, but the short version? Animated short version? Oh, I see the numbers. Also, he's aging as he's going through the cycles, so it's not like time locked either. He does get older. Endlessly running. Where's my Genshin anime? Oh, yo, you're just making animated shorts, but where's the full anime? What is he fighting though? What are these like random cracks in the sky? Nanuku! Now each cycle he goes up and kills his old self. What? Question mark? So he has to kill himself so that he can still exist as one person. Like, what happens if he doesn't kill himself? Does he just become Fubiville? Okay, he's slashing a lot. I don't know who he's fighting though. He just seems to be fighting. Oh, now he's naked. Okay. Okay. Sure. He just they just suddenly decided to take off his clothes. Okay. Sure. Nanook is the Aeon of Destruction. Interesting. Boss fight, let's go. It's pretty cool. Honestly, like, Hoyo should just make an anime. What is going on? Oh no, he lost an arm. It's over. GG. GG well played. Not like this. Even his feather looks weird. Poor guy. GG. GG rip. Ugh. Get up! Get up! Get up, bruh! Okay, he's getting up. I still don't know who he's fighting. It's like fighting some kind of like arc, like Archangel Harbinger thing. More slashing. He got stabbed in the chest again. Is the idea that he like keeps dying, but he doesn't die because he's like in a loop or something? That's why he keeps getting stabbed in the chest and becomes fire or something. Why is he fire now? Oh, he still lost his arm. Poor guy. Imagine being a computer simulation and actually being able to leave and hurt a literal Aeon. Like, this is equivalent of fighting the primordial ones, right? He's fighting Zephyro with one of the emanators of destruction. Ah, okay, okay. So one of the underlings of this Aeon guy. But is the Aeon like evil or something? Like, why does he want to like kill the Aeon? I don't get it. It's just because he doesn't like to live in a simulation anymore. Or is he like the only guy that's trapped in the simulation? Everybody else is like not in it. Is this guy like the only guy who's trapped in the simulation? Interesting. Interesting. I definitely think Genshin should totally like get like an anime. Because they're producing like lots of anime shorts, not just for Genshin but Hoyo and TDD as well. So pretty cool. I definitely want like a pre-Genshin anime, like showing like all the event pre-Cataclysm, or like during the Cataclysm as well. It's complicated, but pretty much one of the underlings of the AI was using a deep learning simulation to train their future emanator, and the process is world kept getting reset. Had to go a traumatic experience every time. Poor guy. Yeah, I guess you do need a lot of runs for deep learning. So it's like, what if your simulations are actually real, essentially? That's an interesting thought, I guess. Like, what if the world of Genshin was actually real? What if every time you killed a hilly troll, like, that was actually like a real death? It was actually like a real hilly troll sitting out there in the alternate parallel universe. Confuse you even more, okay. The simulation world was actually made by another Aeon for learning about Aeon destruction but abandoned it. So is Amphorius the only simulated universe, or? Well, I guess not, right? Because there's literally a domain called simulated universe, right? Isn't there like an abyss called simulated universe? So I'm guessing like there's more than one simulated universe. There's multiple copies I'm further, but if we only go do one. Ah, that's it. The simulated universe is the game mode, but yes, the lore is intertwined. Ah, okay, okay. Yeah. I don't know, I just have this like sinking feeling that at the end of the day they're just gonna say, oh, Genshin is a simulation, and then That's it. I hope there's a bit more to Genshin to like pivot than it's just a simulation. That's just all I'm hoping for. Just give me some other lore. Give me some part of pivot that's actually like real. Or at least make it impact the real world in some way. You know? Fine if it's its own simulation, but at least make Tabibito's actions actually matter somehow and not like just part of like the simulated fate plan or something. But anyways, let's give us an idea of the power level of an Aeon. Primordial one is surely less powerful than them. Wait, what? Wait, how can you even compare like across universes? I mean, by that logic, then all the characters in Star Rail are just stronger than the characters in Genshin. Yes. But I mean, they all have like these like space powers, right? So the same universe, and we know there is nothing above Aeon. The literal cosmic roots of the universe. That's why paths exist. Well, I don't know that. But so is Aeon like more than like oh, I don't know, it sounds to me like Aeons sound a bit like Archons, but just a bigger version. Like if Archons like rule like a continent of Teyvat, then Aeons rule like a part of the universe. Is that the idea or what? Genshin Extension because Primordial was able to hide Teyvat. Ah, okay, so Teyvat's like a hidden simulation somewhere else that's escaped from. I mean, this is obviously like still assuming that Genshin is technically part of the Hoyo-verse. Which I guess it is. Somehow. No, Aeons rule concepts. So just like Archons rule concepts, like Morax is the Archon of contracts. Destruction is the concept, nihility is the concept. So it's the same thing, right? Just like how Raiden rules eternity, and Sumeru is wisdom, and Mondstadt is freedom. And Fontaine is justice. And Natlan is war. So they're all also kind of concept-ish. So basically, like one of the laws of the universe are like controlled by the Aeons, I guess. Is that what the concepts are? I'm guessing they're like laws of the universe. So there must be like what, 7 concepts? 7? Yeah, kind of. But these concepts hold no power to influence anything in Genshin. I mean, it's just that's just how the story is written, right? Like it's still like a parallel, I think. Just because they don't have any power to influence anything, doesn't mean that's not a parallel. That's still those are still concepts. I don't think they have no power. I'm pretty sure they, like there are, the fact that like A's concept is eternity definitely affected a lot of people, not just in Inazuma, right? And the fact that Natlan is a nation of war probably affected a ton of people as well. So. But it's the same idea, like they all rule over like their specific kind of domains. The Archons of course do have elements as well, so like they do. Although it has been debunked that they don't actually like give out visions per se, but they at least still like hold true to like their I guess their Archon ideals. Like contracts is still like the recurring theme in Liyue. And justice is still a recurring theme in Fontaine. Hi, has fun shares. Hey, welcome in Trinity. Hope you're doing alright. Becoming a good post 4th of July. Just doing a chilled stream today. We were like playing a ton of like Monster Hunter Wilds yesterday and today, just farming the new title update to content. Um, I was actually thinking of streaming yesterday, but then I got too sucked into the farming, the Monster Hunter grind. I'll do a little bit of that again tonight, I think. But in Genshin, the Archons use power granted to them and use their power to enforce whatever ideology. Whereas Aeons are the concepts that give rise to paths that people can follow. They have toe power, the power to gaze at someone and grant them powers, unlike the Archons. Well, it was definitely like a rumor that the Archons would give. That was until that was debunked. But I mean, totally agreed. Like it does sound like the Aeons are like more powerful, but it still sounds like they are the equivalent. I would say like they might not be like the lore equivalent, but they are the literary equivalent of the Archons, if that makes sense. They're not the literal equivalent, they are the literary equivalent of the Archons. Right? Since people can follow paths and people have elements, that actually makes that literary how do you say the connection even stronger there. Are there like 7 paths as well, or are there like more paths? I mean the number of it doesn't technically matter, but I'm just curious, of course. Because like there was the rumor, right? Like Inazuma is it like if the Archon gazes upon you like enough, like you can get like the vision or something. So it does sound very similar to like some of the rumors that were going on. Maybe it's just a bit of like them reusing their content a little bit. Paths can be created and combined if one path is weaker, though there's no set number. There's no set number. So there's no set number. Wait, so like a character could have more than one path? Is that what you're saying? In Star Rail? Or I guess I'm a little confused. I thought paths were like these, like every character has like one path kind of thing. But maybe not. Like maybe every character has 2 paths? No, you asked how many paths are there. Yeah, I mean, how many paths are there, like, in the current characters? Like, out of all the characters in Star Rail, how many paths are there right now? And, like, it doesn't matter, like, if there can be more in the future. Just, like, there can be more elements. There's nothing is saying that there can't be more elements. You know? But, like, just right now, how many paths are there? But one character can follow only one path. Okay. So it is still, like, one character, like, a 1-to-1 relationship. But how many paths are there right now? Like, now, 7. So there are 7. Okay, so it is pretty close literary equivalent of the element. There are 7 paths and there are 7 elements right now. So we're pretty close. We're pretty close there, even in numbers wise. it wouldn't matter even if it were different, to be honest, but the fact that they're also the same does make it very does make it sound like they were basically using paths as elements. Sorry, 8? Okay, 8. And Forrest created a new path. Alright, which path did he create? Is it the Deliverance? Is it the Deliverance a path? I know they keep talking about Deliverance in that trailer. I guess Deliverance is a path? Is that right? Remembrance. Oh, Remembrance seems to be like an old one. I've heard about this before though. Man, it would have been nice if Deliverance was a path. That would have sounded cool. Yeah, actually that gives me like even more hope that there will be an 8th element. Might get an 8th element now, or that they've created. So when you say Amphoreus created a new path, that means they introduced a new element. Like it's almost like Sumeru introducing Dendro before it came out, right? Is that what happened? Like they had to release a bunch of new Remembrance characters essentially to like balance out the game again. Or like, I guess like there are no like reactions or anything, so it's a little different in terms of paths. I'm not sure entirely how like the paths relate in like Star Rail combat. I'm not sure if it's just like class bonuses or if they're like actual there are actual things that a Remembrance character does that all Remembrance characters do and how they fit in like with the other paths. I'm not entirely sure how that works. Because I know reactions in Star Rail, but I know there probably are like interactions between the paths or the various classes. And I think they do actually have like elements like ice and stuff. Which are like a little more closer to like the elemental system, I guess. But didn't you say Amphoreus is a... Amphoreus is not a person, right? Amphoreus is a... or an entity, right? It's like a place. Isn't that what... Didn't you say like Amphoreus was like a simulation or something? So doesn't that mean Amphoreus is like a place? Like I don't even know the other places in Star Rail. So what do you mean by a place created a new path? I guess maybe if you meant it in the same way that Sumeru created Dendro, then I guess I can understand that. Even though technically Sumeru did not create Dendro, but if you meant it in that sense, I like when we got the place, we also introduced a new path. Then I guess it makes sense from that standpoint. So it's like one of the simulated universes.
太陽は永遠に燃え続ける炎の塊だ。ナタの人はそれを直視することを恐れない。もちろん耐えられないならサングラスをかけてもいい。
Yeah, but Mirror doesn't exist anywhere. It's exclusive to Emporius. Oh wait, what? So it's like if Sumeru had Dendro, but you could only use Dendro and Sumeru. Is that what's happening? Does that make it less like a? Isn't that more like like one of those like region dock mechanics kind of thing? Like Numa and Usia only exist in Fontaine, or like Night Soul only exists in Natlan kind of thing. So like only Emphorius characters have Remembrance? Are all Emphorius characters Remembrance, or just some of them? Not just from gameplay but lore. Emphorius is a contained world, so other people can't follow that path. I see, I see. Huh. So how many like remembrance characters are there at this point? And are they all from M4s? I mean, I would guess so because they all have to be from M4s to have that path. So it's like region locking your paths, right? This is what's happening. Ooh, this is actually pretty spicy artifact set. If only you can go crit rate twice more. Can we go to crit rate or crit damage twice more? Yo! Yo! Guys, my luck is turning. Guys, one more crit. Can this be the perfect? Hold up. Can this be the perfect set? Perfect for Mavica? Is it gonna go roll all crit, guys? Am I jinxing this? I better not jinx this. This is surely not gonna go all crit, is it? Hold up. Surely we can't be that lucky today. Surely. Surely not. Yo! Let's go! Yo! Perfect rolls! Holy! Wait, this 50 CV! Yo! This is my first 50 CV artifact! Let's go! What? Holy cow! Whoa! I'm actually screenshotting this because this is insane. What is going on? Hold up. This is hashtag I didn't even reshape this. Holy moly. Oh, I'm gonna post it on Discord. Oh, I'm happy now. I have a good mood now. Dude, this is my first 50 CV artifact. Holy. Oh wait, it's not 50 CV, it's 40 CV. My first perfect roll artifact, I would say. Perfect artifact ever. Is it 50 CV? It's not 50 CV, right? But wait, it's 40. It's 42. It's 24, 40. Oh, it's 45 CV. It's insane. It's still insane. What? Man, how lucky do you have to be to hit 50 CV? Because this is like as much luck as I can get. Like I would have had to like high roll all of them, right? There's no way 50 CV is even possible. What the heck? I guess 50 CV is possible if you have a circlet and it rolls a lot into crit, I guess, but like... Holy... Okay, I think this is a good Mavico piece for sure. Wow. Okay. Alright, we're gonna do some Imaginarium, guys, so let's go ahead and do that. And thanks, Brushy, for putting Skirk out on Imaginarium. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. Oh, also the other thing I want to do is to finish my weeklies, so maybe I'll do some of that as well. Not looking forward to doing my weeklies because not gonna be able to do it well. I guess we'll do this one. I just don't want to die. Maybe I'll just bring Barbara so I can't die. Yeah, mine is like 42 CV highest. So this is like, I've never had this much luck before. Like, I've never had like a perfect roll like that before. Maybe like once, if and maybe a long time ago, but I haven't seen this in. I don't think I've seen this before actually. 3 crit rate, like 5 roll in a crit rate. But this kind of tells me that like 50 CV is basically like perfect roll. So 45 is probably like perfect rolls, but not the highest roll. It's for 45. And a 40 CV is like one off from perfect kind of thing. And maybe some pretty high rolls. So, yeah. But now it makes sense why 30 CV is decent, right? Because if 50 CV is max roll and 30 CV is like 60% of that, which is like decent-ish. Man. $54 something is highest? Oh really? Something is highest? Okay, so 50. But this rolled like all crit, right? So like if this rolled all crit, these were all crit rolls, then like the range for like the highest max rolls to the lowest rolls is actually kind of big, if I think about it, right? Like these must have been pretty low rolls then, if I think about it. 12 like 3 crit rolls and 2 crit damage rolls. So honestly, that's the best I can ask for. But I think it does sound like anything above 45 is basically perfect. Perfect rolls, but not max rolls. So perfect like substats that were chosen for upgrades. So I think I'll take that. I will sort of recalibrate and say like everything like above 45 CV is like perfect enough, I guess. Not max perfect, but perfect perfect enough. Perfect as in like it goes into the right substats at least. Max will be like, yeah, a bit. Can you imagine like how much luck do you actually need to like get it? It's not just like getting perfect rolls, but getting perfect max on each roll. Man, that's insane. You would have to be like artifact farming literally forever. Or like reshaping forever as well. Okay, let's get destroyed by Arlecchino as usual. I'm not looking forward to this. Is there another team I can use? Let me think about this. Not really, right? Let's just try this. And if Tinari dies, we'll just restart or something. I'm definitely not good at this boss. Mostly because Yao Yao like isn't that strong of a healer. And she keeps flying like a... It's absolutely annoying. Why did I miss my shots? I just need to dodge better. I really just need to dodge better. Take that. 1, 2, 3, let's go. One thing I definitely appreciate about Tinari is that he doesn't have to stay on field. Like he can swap out and he still retains his like elemental attacks when he swaps out. I definitely appreciate that about him. He's not like Seto's where like if you swap him out of his birth state, like his birth state just disappears. I definitely don't like characters that do that. So much less like flexible, I guess. Man, I just used my burst too. I better not die. Let's see this off. Where am I shooting? Oh no 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 no. I have to break it. What? It still went through. I thought I broke her. Oh boy. Can I actually shoot her from here? No, I can't. They don't actually let me hit her. That is unfortunate. Oh, that didn't even hit her. Yeah, I'm just getting better at this. Well done. Did not die this time. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay, okay. Something highest. 7.8 times 6 plus 3.9. Is 3.9 the highest crit rate roll? Dang. Not sure if I've ever seen that long. So 54.4, I guess my less significant figures use less significant figures in my card. Oh yeah, I guess there are like additional figures. Even though you only see like the point something on the screen, it's actually a lot of like different digits at the back. I know what you mean. Also, why am I fighting these? I really hate this cryo enemy. This team definitely does not hit. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna skip. I don't know why I'm fighting this. I'm gonna go do Imaginarium. How about that? It's better use my time. Let's go ahead and get our 6th Stella, which should be easy to get, I hope. I think one thing that I learned from like the previous, the latest run I did with the Visionary is that I used to like always prioritize like the character events, but I actually do think like, and then towards the end what I realized is that by the end of it I'm like, there's actually like I actually have like too many characters anyway, like I don't need that many characters, so I think this time I'm gonna try to first go for, like I will only pick characters if I need to trigger the element. Like if I'm running out of characters of that element, I think I'd pick it. But if not, like I will, like it's better to start with the it's better to use like the upgrades here. So we'll get Melt Origin. Melt Divergence, let's go. Our melts are being really strong now. Damage by force power increases. Yeah, let's do this one. Magus Rogue, hey, welcome in. How are you doing, Magus? that how I'm saying? I should say your name. Welcome in. Hope you're doing all right. We're just a no-wish Genshin player here doing Imaginarium. You can see how I do Imaginarium. I guess we do get a random companion, so we can use that. Why not? Alloy or Xinyan? Guess Alloy. Guess they're both very bad options. Melt evolution. Let's go. Supremely forbidden. Man, I should have saved for this one actually. Never mind. We'll get more flowers next time. We'll probably do this one. Oh wait, this one has. See this one? How about this one or this one? This one's probably easier, I think. Because there isn't like the weird ruin enemies. I just have to make sure I roll Skirk at some point. So we'll keep rolling characters until we get Skirk, I guess. Alright. So let's try and do a Rio team. I guess we can try Melt first. Let's see, who can we use here? Guess we can try Dahlia. Alloy. Should we get Rio here or should we keep Rio for like freeze? We should probably keep Rio for freeze, I think. Let's try this. Then he can be a bow character, so that's good. How do I use Linny actually? I don't even know, to be honest. I have no idea how to use Linny. Seems pretty strong. Yeah, let's get more cryo characters on the board. Melt Supremely Forbidden, let's go for this one. At least an extra Frostfall Spade Fire. Okay. Ooh, these losers. There's a lot of them. Breacher Primus with the Uxia. Okay. There's only one Breacher Primus? Try this one. I'm gonna use Linny again, but let's try maybe Leona this time. I don't want to have to like use my other characters right now. I don't know what's going on, but there's a lot of things going on. Is it ever good to like let Linny's like burst sort of just keep going? Oh, Yansan or Layla. I'm gonna keep with my cryo team going right now. Although the demo does seem pretty strong. We'll get a level of Frozen. Skirk will benefit from this, I think. Hydro Companion. Let's see. Get one more Frozen Divergence here. After a guard triggers Frozen, a cold stream wave. Okay. I guess we realized I don't have UCF for this one, so it'll be a bit of an issue. Let's see here. We definitely do want Pyro, so maybe we'll do it like this. Let's try to use like the it might have been better to keep Lenny for this one actually. Man, do I have to rewind for this? Might have to rewind for this. This is a lot more Mendo than I thought. Let's see. Cannot be done until Act 3. Okay, let's try. Maybe just try Child, just put more voice 5 stars in here. Yeah, I feel like I need Lady in this one. I should have kept Lady for this phase. Because we're definitely not doing enough Pyro here. Maybe I need to restart. I should have wasted Lady. Maybe I think that I definitely think we use. I definitely think like Rio and probably like not the best to use for the first two. So let's use Rio and Tartaglia for the first two. We'll use the same team. Then we get Vaporize. I think it's fine to get one copy of Vaporize. I think maybe we need to get more characters too. Layla's fine. Vaporize evolution. Okay. And maybe we go with this one. So we do have a bunch of vaporize buffs. Maybe we run Xiangling if we're forced to use Xiangling right away. I kind of want to save her to the end, but I don't think we're going to be able to do that. Especially because she starts off so early.
少しいいかい。師匠の技を食らいなさい。恐れなくていいさ。罪に。
I probably still want to save her for like the other timber though. Actually, now that I think about it, like the vaporize, I probably don't want to get vaporize buffs. Mostly because there aren't a lot of hydro characters. And the melt buffs are technically better. So I shouldn't be wasting the buffs on vaporize right now. Don't know why I went for it. I think it was just because it was the only one I had at that point. So let's go for melt. It's needed. More pyro characters are good though, for sure. I think we don't do this first. We get principal cast first. Ooh, okay, Xingqiu. And then one more pyro character. Guess Xin Yan? Oh my gosh, my pyro characters are really bad. Very bad pyro characters. Maybe I should have picked Amber. Probably would have needed another archer here. I think it's fine though. Let's see, we'll try to... We can try to use like these characters to clear this out. Hopefully. I want to save Linny for like that guy. How's my Bleach OP10 loving streamer doing today? Hey, how you doing, Lincoln? Welcome in. Hope you're doing good. We're just doing some Imaginarium runs here. You can see. But this has been a real struggle, man. Like using these two 5-stars, but like it's really not working out. Maybe I do have to just use Xiangling here. I have to just bite the bullet and use Xiangling here. The good news is I can use Xiangling. See, let's use. Kind of want to use that. Gotta ask, how's the Stygian Onslaught treating you? Not bad, not bad. Because you can co-op it, I was able to get like the 2 dust. I'm obviously not able to do menacing, but that's totally fine with me. Just getting the 2 dusts on the board, I think was pretty much good enough for me. But yeah, it was not bad overall. I actually kind of enjoyed it too, like the way that you can farm artifacts with it and all that. That really feels really nice. I think maybe the idea is like we just use Xiangling ASAP and then just hope that like we can get a refresh on Xiangling at some point in the future. I definitely do want to save her for the like this is all Xiangling's work, I think. It's all Xiangling doing everything. Ooh, Fermine. Okay. Fermine can actually work here. We want mystery cache so fast. Tree selected with under choosing one more character. We'll try that one. Ooh, melt evolution or save? I think we save. Ooh, in this one, Hydro characters have an advantage. Let's use this one. I do have quite a few Hydro characters here. And it does allow me to save my Pyro, so... Let's do... Maybe Fremy Boy? Okay. Okay. That's good, that's good. Layla or this one? Or Candace? Maybe Candace? We'll do Candace for now, because Hydro is very rare. Oh, Vaporize our Hydro companion. We only have Barbara left though. Barbara is technically a good freeze character though. So maybe we get Barbara. Let's get Barbara. Melt or which characters do I have now? Currently I have... It would be good to get one more cryo character for sure. still no Skirk. It's alright. We'll get Kaya for sure. Okay, hopefully like with Linny, I should be able to do this. Ish. Okay, Linny. Let's see here. Linny. And then... Just using all my pyro right now. Is that what we're doing? Maybe I'll get a shielder just in case. Double shielder. Forward. Yeah, Dahlia just doesn't do a very good job here. Unfortunately. Yeah, I don't think this is working out. Man, it's harder than I thought. Okay, I probably have to rely on the melts a little bit more. Let's get some melt, folks. Not having a healer is a little sus, but... You know, when you're hurting for damage, not much you can do here. Man, it's still really hard, isn't it? Yeah, I don't think I'll be able to restart it, like start this one, but hopefully if I can... It does feel like they're making their 5 stars like a lot weaker. Is it just me? Especially for Imaginarium? Or have they just always been pretty bad? Maybe they've just always been pretty bad, actually. Oh man, so close. I think we're close there though. Man, it would be nice to like roll. Let's see here. Yeah, we didn't roll like a shielder this time, unfortunately. Maybe we do Xing Qiu instead. I feel like that might work. Okay, I had to use pull out sing too, but I think we got it. Just not gonna be able to get the star there, but okay, we got Skirk. It's good enough. Let's get one frozen origin here. Not a frozen divergence. Let's see. Which one is the easiest? What is it, bounty then? Monolith HP remaining not greater than 35%. Probably this one, right? I'm guessing if we just freeze them, we should be good. Oh my gosh, so many of them. This is not it. This is not it. This was not the one. This was not the run. Oh man, there's no way that's power trigger where you jinx the saber. Wait, what? Like this? Oh, thanks for the look, Sarita. Man, what is this? There's no way this is possible. What? They're not even getting aggroed by me. That's so dumb. Man, do I have to like restart just because of this? I think I have to rewind because of this. Like, there's no way. I need to rewind Act 4 here. Why is this Imaginarium so annoying? Actually so annoying. Get a frozen... Guess we can grab a pyro. Let's get Bennett this time. Best idea? What do you mean best elements? Oh, like the enemy is like, what? Like, why am I choosing, like when I chose this one, like they did, like it was so hard to defend against these folks. Like, what the heck? Let's try this one. I don't wanna have to like use like too many rerolls here. I only have 2 rewinds. Yeah, I guess I also don't have a lot of good freeze characters here, but let's try this. Okay, this is so much better. Okay, this is so much better. Okay. Yeah, this is good. This is good. I should have just chosen this from the beginning. It would have been a lot easier. But this guy I can just keep frozen no matter what. But I always have a free hit here. So if I just keep this guy frozen, we're good. As you may know, Brushy, it's not about the elements, it's about the enemies. It's like one of those like OG elements, but the OG elements for me are like really hard. But you have to remember, like, I don't have any of the good DPSs. Not for me. Yeah, I don't have any like good Pyro, Hydro, or Cryo DPSs. So it's not actually good. Give me Hydro, my Hydro character to solo every chamber. Yeah. Like you see here, I'm just chilling here. Like not actually killing this guy, I'm just like keeping him frozen here until the timer goes down. Yeah, I shouldn't be killing him too fast. Well, actually, it doesn't matter. He's aggro onto me, so he's never gonna get the monolith. There's always like an IT strat, right? Like an Imaginarium Theater strat. Like there's always like one of the enemies are like a lot easier than the other enemies, and you just kind of have to know. Like I don't know how you're supposed to know it, but like they should. There's like a, I guess you can like check the enemy lineup. The problem is that like even the lineup things, like it doesn't tell you how many of each enemy and how they spawn, which are like very important to like, you know, like how some of these chambers work. Pyro or probably Lanyang. Frozen Divergence or free mystery cache. See what mystery cache has to say for us. A rare mystery event that costs 15 Fantasia flowers. What is this? Equal chance of obtaining 20, 60, or 90. Okay, fine. 90, let's go! Okay, that was poggers. Yeah, we get okay, either Layla or I just see the enemies again. Oh yeah, it's Layla for sure. Well, I don't have any cryo right now, right? Hopefully I can get another cryo. Melt evolution. Let's get this one. Okay. Yeah, you kind of just need that C6 character of every. This is why you need a C6 character of every element, so that no matter what IT it is, you'll always have 366 characters. Just 3C6 characters. Like, what's the point of pulling so many characters when the meta changes anyway? Just get a C6 characters. Even if the meta changes, the C6 characters should be strong enough to will power through, right? Like, even like those people who got like C6 Chiori are still milking that C6 Chiori, even though she's not even meta. Just because like the power of C6 sort of like breaks power creep, right? That's the solution to power creep. Getting like a C6 character that can carry you regardless of the meta. So that's a strategy here. Okay, defeat 5 opponents. I think this is the one. I think this is where we... Well, if only we had Xiangling. If only we had Xiangling here. We do still have Linny though. Strangely. I don't know why we still have Linny, but... apparently we still do have Linny. Should we use Linny? We should probably use Linny, I think. Okay, maybe save Xingqiu for the next one for now. Why am I not able to switch my character because this guy's stuck in the middle of the field? Partial objective met. Get the full objective, my friends. Okay. Let's see. Definitely cryo. How many pyros are there? There's only Amber left. I think this guy needs Hydro though. So let's get our Hydro characters here. Do this one. Frozen Evolution. Ooh, these are good. Okay, we'll need Hydro here, so it's a good thing we still have Xingqiu. Xingqiu, Barbara. And then we can have Skirk. Candace is also not bad actually. Although Barbara is just the better one. So let's do Barbara Candace so that we don't waste too many cryo characters. And then maybe... yeah, I guess we'll do Diona here. We won't need Diona for the last one. Why is he so high? Can you come down, please? Dang, I don't know why there was no like Hydro Aura on it. Okay, perfect. Just get this one. Rewind point updated, very good. Do I really need a random companion? I don't think I need it anymore. I don't need any of these though. Just do a reroll. Okay, let's do Melt. Supremely Forbidden. Let's see if we can get through this with Melt. Probably this one. Let's see. Ooh, I don't like these guys. I definitely hate Y-Up more though. Y-Up, I'm definitely not fighting Y-Ups. So I think it's probably this one. They do sap energy, but... these guys might also be fine, I think. These are just slightly annoying, but they tend to group up, I think. Shenwen Beasts. Powerful foes present. These are stronger, okay, so maybe I'll do this one. And we'll use our Pyro characters here. Oh, dang. I realize I don't have any more Hydro characters. I can't use both my Hydro characters. So it will have to be Singchu carry, I guess. Oh wait, we need to use at least one of this. Maybe like this. We can use two of these. Oh, I'm nervous about this a little bit. This might not work out. We need to rely on the reactions, basically, for this one. Okay, those reactions did help a little bit. Thankfully. We might not be able to get the star, but we should be able to clear it, I think. We have 1 minute. Shoot, shoot! Come on, man. Come on, Mihoyo. Don't do this. Don't do this, Hoyo. Don't do this, Mihoyo. I'm almost there. Come on. Come on, Mihoyo. Don't do this. Come on. Whew. Okay. Alright, whatever. Just get Amber or something. We'll finish it up with Frozen Bites the Deep. I only have Noel left. I don't really need that. Is there any other event I can get? See if I refresh events, what do I get? Same thing, never mind. Let's just get our remaining Noel and call it a day. Man, this is actually like kind of challenging. Okay, Skirk and Layla, and we're done. Beautiful. Beautiful Skirk. Well done, well done. Alright guys. I think we made it. I think we only got 6 stars, but we're totally good. It should still get us the fragile transient resin, I guess. I think it's what it was. Oh, and actually with that transient resin, we should be able to do like all of our weeklies this week, which is nice. Barbara taking the most damage. Total characters only 17, but I have a lot of trash characters that I don't use. Honestly, like forcing us to use like trash characters there is kind of weird. They should have put like less characters. They should honestly reduce the character requirement, because we don't have to use that many characters. A lot of the characters that I'm forced to sort of put on the team are like characters I would never use too, so. Alright, 6 stars. Got this. Alright, let's get our Imaginarium rewards here. And of course we can talk to our best girl Skirk.
強者に挑む過程に苦痛はつきものだ。何度も挫折を経験し、時には容易に言えない傷を負うこともあるだろう。それでも、その旅を振り返れば、必ず価値あるものだと思えるはずだ。挑める敵がいなくなった時、お前の中に残るのは孤独だけなのだから。
Okay. Being... Just Skirk being Skirk things. Oh wait, I didn't even claim my thing. Why am I doing this? Ooh, I love this pose. Molani's cute. Get Yao Yao pose. Nice. These are pretty cute. I like this Molani pose. The best. Proper float. I need to claim rewards, that's right. And we claimed our rewards. Let's go. 620 primodes. We'll claim our stellar rewards with that transient resin as well. When does my transient expire? Oh, both expire in 8 days. Look at that. Is that the same? Probably use one this week. Okay, let's see here. Don't know why going up to it makes me like unable to interact with it. Now the time has come to the heavy puts down. Pretending to forget about the look brief sweet dream of birds and later. And they done the rest of the proof for which I had been searching, the key to surviving this great snowfall had at some point been hung upon its own tail. Wolffolk and Weasel Thieves 200-step winter. Ill fortune often brings anxiety, and it will whisper ceaselessly in your ear. It will tell you that you must keep your eyes on the prize, that you should keep moving forward with it. But rushing forward in a panic maze that may always impossible to realize. Whereas you lacked the needed calm or vital help, you needed to be close at hand, like a wolf caught in your coat at some unknown point. Perfect sustenance in dire need. Interesting. I didn't think about that. Like the Wolffolk is like supposed to be like those fruits that, or what Velcro is based on. Oh, I like how I can claim it from here too. So I claim one more Envisaged Echoes. Who are the new Envisaged Echoes this time? Is it Shenhe? I have a lot of these that I can't even do because I don't have the character. They really should release more 4-star ones. Like, they've only been releasing 5-star ones in the recent past, so... a little disappointed there. They should be releasing more. I really hope they release more 4-star ones in the future. Alrighty. That is Imaginarium done. Very donezo. I'm gonna take a quick break and then we can do some TCG.
どんな方法や手段を使っても私は大切なものを守り抜きたい。時にそれが贅沢な望みだとしても。皆さんがご無事でいられることを祈っています。こんな暮らしが続くだけでも私は満足です。
代理決闘の依頼か。
さっさと終わらせるぞ。
さあ働きなさい。
判決を下す。
ガイドが脱落するなんて。
飛ぶか。
代理決闘の依頼か。射撃準備。
行こうか。
ジェンダム発射。
さあ働きなさい。天空の星々よ。
敗者には言い訳の余地もない。
潔白を証明する時だ。争点。
超えられなかった。
僕に命令して。
この子たちで盛り上げよう。
寒波到来。ライブ準備完了。
喜んで。
しくに。海よ、私は帰ってきた。
みんな先に逃げろ。
貫こう。ペルス。烈日よ、私に従え。 落ちるがよい。却下する。全てが静寂に。子供たちの歌声が聞こえる。
この天下で裁く。
もう一回私見てほしい。
また見識を広められそうね。
はいはい。呼んだ？先手必勝。 し入れ。はいはい。呼んだ？
暖炉の火が消えた。
I realized like my mic was off. But welcome in, Pretzinator. I see you're a first time chatter. We're just doing some TCG. This is the what's it called? You winning at least? Yeah, we are. I think we're winning. I don't think we're gonna win this, but it doesn't look too bad for us at this point. We're doing the heated battle mode. So see how that goes. Ah, Saber jump scare. Jump scare? What do you mean jump scare? I've always been here. What are you talking about? What are you even talking about? What is this? Gains 1 energy. Huh. But another character uses a burst. Oh, this is a good one actually, I think. So I think we can use Nahida here. Your Setos gains 1 energy. After your Setos loses energy due to black cards anymore, regain that 1 energy. Okay. It's not that useful. Like I can see it being useful if you're like constantly swapping into Setos. Boom shakalaka. Ouch. That's fine. That is fine. Now we can tune these. So we have no need for them. And we have burst up right away too. That's another energy. After your characters trigger electro-related reaction, this character gains 1 energy. Setos is pretty good, guys. I'm not gonna lie, Setos is pretty good. Play him in a deck where you do a lot of reactions and like he gains energy really quickly and can like really like suddenly explode. Oh, it's so close. 7 damage. So close. It's all good though, I think. Seto should be able to finish him off at some point. Boom Boom Shark will do 2 damage, but Shenyu doesn't do a lot of damage. So I don't think they got this. She can heal though, but can she heal all the damage that Setos is gonna put on her? I'm not sure about that. Oh, Black Card Enigma too. So she's gonna start first, so she might take out Naida, but Tiamana's about the tutorial. I haven't played the card game. The card game is definitely not for everyone, Presidinator. The TCG is kind of a niche at this point because miHoYo really hasn't invested much time into it. What he can do is he can hit me and finish me off, but then he can't heal. But if he wants to heal, he can't finish me off, so it's GG's no matter what he does. Hopefully he's just not just like stalling for time at this point. I guess I could see him doing that. Just stalling, hoping that I give up. Okay, he's gonna go ahead and heal. This actually does take him out actually, so let's go ahead and do that. GG's. Alright. That finishes up TCG. How are you doing, Fascinator? Are you also a Genshin player? Been playing this for some time, or? No item? No inventory space? What? Have I really been farming this so much? Wait, I need to actually buy things now? Oh my gosh. Men needed a good Shimenawa's flower and I didn't get any. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Fascinator. Artifacts are unfortunately just cut it out. The good thing is that Shimenawa, you can actually strongbox Shimenawa these days. So you can like farm another set, and typically the strongbox artifacts do give you like a slightly better chance at getting a good artifact. Just from experience, I think. So my recommendation would be like farm one of the newer sets and then strongbox into Shimenawa. Or if you just want to farm if that's the only thing you're farming, farm Shimenawa and Emblem and then just keep strongboxing, re-strongboxing into Shimenawa so you get a better. Who are you building with Shimenawa, by the way? Are you like building a Yoimiya by any chance? Although I'm not sure if Yoimiya even uses that set anymore. Hutao? Ooh, okay. Hutao is like the OG of the OGs. He must be an OG player. Hutao is like the pyro carry like 3 to 4 years ago. Still lives in the hearts of many, of course. Very OG. Most OG players will have like a Hutao on their account. Typically like a C1 for like the C1 constellation for the stamina reduction, and then I didn't know Hutao uses Shimenawa, but I think that makes sense because she does use a lot of normal and charge attacks. And again, I don't have Hutao, so I wouldn't know what to build on her. I'm guessing you're using Hutao with Yelan or Xingqiu, one of those two. Well, I hope you have hope you have better luck at your Shimenawa's artifact farm. Artifact farming is honestly like a big pain, even like for everyone. So totally understand. I've been trying to farm like a good circlet for like the Natlan artifact set, and it's gonna be forever. I remember it actually took me a year to farm a good golden troop set for official. Like a full year of just straight up just farming golden troop artifact set. Like I didn't have a single piece above 30 CV until like a year later. That's how like terrible it was. Not even above 30 CV. That means like not even decent. It was actually wild. Now that I think about it. Never again. Never again. I wonder which of these dynamic skins should I get. I guess since like Mavika and all of them are like just so broken, I should just get the Mavika one. Oh wait, I don't even have the gold ones for these ones. So I should at least get the gold first. Oh well. Chasko as well. Alright, that finishes up my use of these coins, I guess. Afterburner is Xingqiu, Citlali, and Benny. Okay, okay. I guess that makes sense. Kind of. Unless you're running a... It's like a Citlali national type where you're like basically running Hutao with Xingqiu and Benny. Very OG team for sure. I'm guessing you've been playing for quite some time. Are you a pretty like OG player as well? You can tell from my UID I've been playing for like since forever. Nah, not really. Oh, okay. Are you more recently started playing then? Did Futao, I guess Futao may have rerun recently, like during the Lantern Rite, right? My UID starts with 6-3, not 6-0. Okay. Still not too far out. Do you happen to remember which version you started? I'm supposed to like have updated my like version picture. Haven't had it open for. Let me see if I can grab that up. Let's see here. It's been a while since I've updated this. I think I still have to update this for like all of 5.x, I guess. I may have only like done this for like up to a certain point. Alright, here we go. These are like all the Genshin versions. Let's ignore my paint stuff for now. But these are like all the different Genshin versions that we've had since the beginning. And I haven't updated past 5.4. I'm a bit behind on that. Do you happen to remember which one you started in? This is I like to make these because it like I like just looking back at like how far we've come at Genshin. Specifically, like they gave us a lot of free stuff in the past versions, and this is me tracking all of them. But if you started at 1.0, you would have got like access to like all of this free stuff, which is what my account has. 3.4 is where I started. Ah, okay, 3.4. So you actually started on the Hu Tao and the Lantern Rite as well. So that makes sense. That's not bad. That's like right smack in the middle if I think about it. Right? Like you look at this chart, it's really right smack in the middle. And of course we're already at 5.5, 5.6, 5.7. So yeah, it's basically like right in the middle of where like Genshin is, right? So you actually started at quite an okay time. Because at this point, like you've already had at least 2 years. So your account is already pretty built. If you've been like regularly wishing, you probably don't have too much trouble, especially because like when you started here, all of the characters in 4.x and 5.x are like so much stronger than the characters released in 1.x through 3.x. So if you've been like just saving primos for like characters that were coming in the future, your account is probably like as strong as anyone who started like earlier as well. You've also like had a lot of I mean you are still using Hu Tao, but it's not like Hu Tao doesn't work. She's still pretty good. She's my first ever 5-star. Makes sense. Yeah. Hu Tao's a pretty good first 5-star material, I think. She also has like the new outfit from 5.3 event when we got the Hu Tao outfit. Did you get the Hu Tao outfit? It's a bit weird because I've taken long breaks. I don't blame you. Genshin is definitely like one of those games where like you can burn out pretty easily, so it's totally fine to take breaks. Yeah, I'm F2P, so I don't have the outfit. Oh. Yeah, I guess you do have to buy the outfit. I'm glad that they at least released 4-star outfit though. Yeah. I would say though, like if like for folks who are like low spenders, like the outfits are also a little bit more attainable because as long as I think you buy like a couple of Vulcans, you generally have enough Genesis, so you don't actually have to spend like that much at once to get the outfit if you've been like 'Cause I know friends who are also like low spenders, they only do the Welkin every month. And like over time, like the Genesis Crystal they built up allow them to use that to like sort of buy the skins. But you kind of have to like make sure you don't convert the Genesis. You have to remember not to convert the Genesis. And you have to keep it in like the Genesis card seating. I also have Arlecchino, so she's not my best pyro carry. Honestly, if I were you, I'll probably just build Arlecchino and not Hu Tao. But Hu Tao is definitely a fan favorite. There are definitely good reasons for why people want to use Hu Tao in combat, and I respect that a lot. Like personally for me, like I like Hu Tao's design, like character design, not so much combat design, but character design better than Arlecchino. Like if I had to pick like a pyro carry who to be like the best carry, like it would have been probably have been Hu Tao. Like if I think about the current pyro carry, we have like Arlecchino, Mavica, and Hu Tao, right? Which other pyro carries are there? I think that's about it. Maybe Yoimiya at some point. I would probably like out of those four, I think my favorite is probably Hu Tao. Yoimiya is a very close second. That's because I'm an OG player and like Yoimiya is one of the OG best girls. Until I got Skirk, Arlecchino, Hu Tao. Arlecchino and Hu Tao were my only decent carries. I mean also like Skirk only carries you in certain elements, right? Like you do have to use her in a free theme, so it's only like in certain situations that you can use her. Like if a boss is weak to Pyro, for example, you probably don't want to use Skirt. So like Arlecchino and Hu Tao are gonna carry you with the Lava Dragon boss quite a bit. So I think every character has their own sort of strengths. And you kind of need a decent carry in I want to say almost every element. You don't really need one for like a Nemo and Geo, I want to say. I think those two elements have never really come up too much. Like if I think about a carry that any like abyss that really needs like a Nemo or Geo carry, I can't really think of them. There are definitely like abysses or like bosses where like you do have to have like Geo application, like for the Golden Wolf Lord, for example. But you don't need like a Geo carry for that. Like you could use other elements to bring it down once to take away its damage once you've brought it down to Geo. So I will say like maybe five. Like there's only like we have like five good characters in each of the like Hydro, Cryo, Pyro, Electro, and Dendro. Yeah, I think Dendro is pretty important as well. As long as you have five characters that you can decently use from each of the elements, your account's pretty much set, I think. And sometimes like even getting the supports, like the 5-star supports can get you there. Even without like the 5-star carries. So like Escoffier is probably the one carrying Skirk in that team. Like Silali is sort of the great support for a lot of the pyro carries. And then Hydro, there's always Farina, who also just deals a bunch of Hydro damage, even though she's a support. So there's a lot of really good options these days. I will say like a lot of the good options are now like in the later stages, which does feel like it does make me feel a little bit like with your as an older player, I'm kind of happy I didn't use like my Primos too much, so like I really have like all the value of my Primos at this point. And I know like every character that they're gonna come out and not cry are gonna be like super duper powerful. Skirt, Arlecchino, Yelan, DMC, Raiden, Hazel, Chiori are probably my best characters on every element. Skirt, so we got Cryo, you got Pyro, you got Yelan. I guess works as a Hydra carry. She's more of a support, but like I guess she still does a ton of damage. So if you have like a Yelan Furina, it's good enough kind of thing. DMC, are you saying Dendro MC as a carry? I mean, he's not a bad support. Yeah, Yelan, DMC, and Chiori are not really. Chiori can be a carry. Chiori, if she's like C6, is a pretty strong Geo carry, actually. Like, apparently, like, her C6 is pretty insane. Raiden, and also maybe not so much a carry anymore, but among Electro, still, like, one of the best, right? Because besides Yelan, there's only... Sorry, not besides, maybe I sort by elemental type here. Like, besides Raiden, there's really only Varesa as like, and Cloran, I guess. Cloran's the other one. As like a strong electro carry. Sino is kind of meh, I want to say. Lobo doesn't understand every character has an expiry date. No, Rashi. There is one character that does not. There is one character that does not. Also, honestly, like, C6 characters don't really have an expiry, Rashi. Like there are C6 characters that don't that can actually push through the power creep. Like C6 Chiori, to be honest, is pretty good. It's pretty dang good. I'm sure you have seen Chiori runs even till today that like dealing a ton of damage. So there are things you can get that don't really have an expiry. Oh, you can say like the game has an expiry, but as long as like the expiry date is very close to the game's actual expiry date itself, like Genshin's expiry date, which will be like in a couple of things. As long as those two, the difference between those two are like pretty small, you can pretty much say they don't really have an expiry date, I think. Like no effective expiry date. Because at that point, once Genshin like expires, there's no need for characters anymore. So, but I definitely do think there are C6 characters you can get that would, would actually extend the life of that character out a lot more, right, than other characters. Maybe not like a ton, but like Chiori's case, like she's still doing really well. Mavika, if you get her C6, it's gonna last you a long time, a very long time, right? Same is true for Furina. Furina is a support, so you don't really need her at C6. But if you give her C6, she's still great. She'll take it. No character expires if you play for fun. Yeah, exactly, that too. Like they don't really expire if you play for fun. Exactly. You going for Sarisa is pretty much going for a short expiry character. Wait, what do you mean by the short expiry character? Sarisa is gonna last a long time, Brushy. Well, at least that's what I think. We'll see though. Once her kit comes out, we can sort of decide whether or not she's... Like, me going for Sarisa is still a meme kind of thing. It's not like I've 100% decided I'm gonna pull with Sarisa. But like... Saber does not play for fun, he's the meta slave trust. Not like this. Well, I'm having fun playing my own way. I like playing my own way. But I don't know, but the thing is that C6 Skirt seems strong now. But because she's so restrictive in her teams, like even if she doesn't have an expiry, she has like downtime. You know what I mean? It's like those kind of like tickets you buy, those kind of like packages you buy at Disneyland or something, where you can like like those like 3-day tickets and you can choose any day, but like they have certain blackout dates. I think Skirk has like blackout dates, right? Like even though she's gonna be relevant for like a long time at C6, she's gonna have blackout dates where there are certain abysses where are just not cryo favorite. And those blackout dates kind of just make it kind of weird. Which is a big reason why I don't really feel like pulling for Skirk. Genshin Power 1 will expire when Tsaritsa comes out. Part 2 will power creep everything. All C6 are made next to users if their element is worthless on a particular boss. I mean, in general, yes, because like of how like the carries are, but if you have 5 C6s, right? As long as you have 5 C6s, right? Which I can pretty... I think I can pretty much get at this point. Pretty safely get. If I'm lucky. I think at the worst case, I do get 4 C6. But 5 C6 is probably like... Who's funding the Elon Ma? Who's Elon Ma? Is that like a... Is that like a mashup of Elon Musk and Jack Ma? As long as you have 5 C6 characters. So here's what I'm saying, Brushy. You don't have to spend money to get 5 C6 characters. You just have to have this amount of Primogems when those characters are out. Chinese Elon Musk. Right? Like, you really don't have to spend like, dump a bunch of money into this game to get, like... to get that pool of Primogems needed for, like, the C6 characters. Right? You just have to have had enough discipline to be able to pass up all the other, like, abysses and all the stuff that they have thrown at you until you get to that breaking point, right? Until you get to that point where you have enough primos for that. Nah, that's pain. Yeah, it's not for everyone. Sure, that's pain. You're like, I can't enjoy this game without 5 stars, and I totally understand. There are a bunch of people who play this game because they need you know, they need to feel powerful and strong, and so that's what the 5 stars do, sort of the help with that. So I'm in, at least in the special spot where I don't need that. Like, I don't need to feel like I have to, like, clear 36 star abyss to feel like I'm doing a good job. So feel like I'm doing actual damage as part of the character I pull. Yeah, I kind of get that. Like you definitely want to see high numbers, and like if your character isn't like pushing high numbers, that's also a big thing. I think the other thing also is like convenience, right? Like at some point, like I'm just gonna stop like trying so hard, right? And I'm probably gonna reach that point at some point, and I'm just gonna be like, okay, I don't really have to try so hard anymore. Like, I'm pretty sure Furina is the best Hydro, I'll pull Furina. I'm pretty sure Mavica is the best Hydro, I'll pull Mavica. Right? Skirk is the best Cryo, I'll pull Skirk. Right? There'll be some point where like I will sort of be comfortable with the fact that they are the top choice for that element. And when that happens, I'll be able to like kind of go all in on that C6. If I cared about best DPS, I would have pulled Mavica. I had a best team ready to. Yeah, but it's not so much best DPS overall, right? It's like you want your character that you like to do the best DPS. So you want to invest as much in that character as much as possible. And honestly, like Mavica is so... How do I say? Like, she's so controversial just because of like all the Natland shenanigans that were going on. Like a lot of people were like, at least on Reddit, but a lot of spaces, like people were just hating on like the storytelling and how Mavica like doesn't have a character development or something, and I'm like, I mean, I personally don't think it's fair. Any of that is fair. I think Mavica is a fine character. Like I don't personally like her that much, but it's not because of like bad storytelling or like you know it's not because of bad character design or things like that. There's the bit of hate that Mavica is getting because of her bike, I think is slightly blown out of proportion. They're definitely justified in the fact that maybe the bike isn't super I guess it's kind of out of place in Genshin's overall context. But it's still cool. It's not like it's a badly designed bike. So I do think there's a good chance I might end up pulling Mavica for 2 reasons. Number one is she's really good DPS, but also she's a really good pyro support. And generally there's a very big lack of good pyro supports in general. So there's a good chance I might pull Mavica. Maybe not C6, but there's a good chance like at least C0 I will get Mavica. There's a pretty good chance I will get Furina. It's hard for me to think if it's hard for me to sort of envision them releasing a stronger Hydro character than Farina at this point. Farina, like people thought like she was gonna like fall by the wayside, but then sort of Escoffier and Skirt came out, and apparently like Farina is in their best team. And it's honestly gonna be very likely that Farina's support is gonna be like the top meta support for a lot of future teams as well. And it's hard for me to see like some other Hydro sort of taking Farina's place at that point. Who knows? It might happen. You'll see that even if Dendro has fallen by the wayside, Nahida is still the premier Dendro support. Like if you need a Dendro applicator, Nahida is still the best, and she still, you know, gives you the best bang for your buck in terms of like Dendro reactions. The only reason she's fallen out of the meta a little bit is that Dendro is just not really being used. But it's not like any of the new Dendro characters have like power creep or anything. Like sure, Kinich works better on like certain bosses. But he's not a Dendro support. Like he like if you need a Dendro application off field, you can't use Kinich. Emilie is not bad, but again she was like more designed for like burning teams and stuff. So and it's they're just Emilie doing Emilie things. It doesn't really like enable sort of the other sort of characters, especially like in an aggravate team. Or even like Hyper Bloom type stuff, which has typically been like the Dendro go-to. So like even Nahida is, I would consider a pretty safe pull for Dendro. So if we have Hydro we have Farina, Mavica we have Pyro, Dendro we have Nahida, then we only have two more left. We have the Cryo character, who's gonna be like the best Cryo character endgame, like real endgame like sorry, like Snezhnaya 7.5 endgame. Who's gonna be the best Cryo character? 100% has to be Saritsa, right? There's no way Saritsa is not gonna be the best Cryo character. So Saritsa's on the board. And then the only question left is Electro. And as we've seen, Raiden is sort of like fallen by the wayside a little bit. And so Barisa is now taking her place. But I can 100% see a world where Barisa gets power creep by the next Electro that comes out. Because there's no reason why a cow boxer should be the best Electro character in Genshin, right? There's just no way. I'm a hater of Mavica. That's fine. It's fine if you're a hater. I don't think she deserves that much hate. But I do think like a big problem with how Mavica was portrayed in the story quest was just not enough. Like they didn't tell her story in a more captivating way that would have gotten more and more players to sort of like her. Right? Like a lot of people complain like she doesn't have like vulnerabilities and like she and she doesn't have like she doesn't show emotion most of the time. She just kind of like she's like a one track kind of thing. Like from the beginning she's gonna do this and she did this. There's like no hesitation, there's no like, things like that. And I think it's a fair criticism. I don't think it's because Mavica doesn't have that in her character. It's more because Mavica is like her story just wasn't fleshed out as well as it could. Alright, I'm getting a call, so let me